All right. Hey, what's up? Just wanted to get on and do this really quick. I forgot I had scheduled it, honestly. Um, but hi, welcome. Um, it's election night, apparently. I live in a state where there's mail-in ballots, so it's not like it used to be standing in line, although some people still do that. But I'm not really going to talk about anything political. I was going to check in and complain because today was a really hard day, but I got through it. So I'm actually really proud of myself. It's getting dark early. So it was probably too hard to see by 5 o'clock. So it was also raining. So, yeah, I'm putting all my gear to the test. And it looks like it should be a little touch bit warmer than was originally predicted. So I'm super grateful that I have good gear. I'm not feeling the best, but I'm feeling okay. And I get to rest tonight because I'm off early. So I just hope that everyone is well and, hanging in there. And I think a big thing for me to remember is to just not allow myself to get too riled up. I want to just keep it pretty even and just get through. I've been doing some more listening to Alison McDowell's presentations, and she's just encouraged me to keep digging in closer to home. And she says people don't really want to look close to home, and I'm just wondering why that is. I mean, maybe it's just the obvious reasons. I don't know. You let me know what you think about that. And if you know of Alison McDowell's work, I just think, it's so much to tackle. I'm not sure I have it in me to really do the work, but I do like to think. I do like to read. I like to listen to other people's perspectives, of course. And I like to be out in the world, and that's what I like about my crappy job. It's hard. It's mentally challenging. So I have to push through those things. I have to push through that battle with myself all day. And it can be really gratifying. So, today was just one of those amazing days where in the morning, the top of the mountain was covered in clouds. And this evening, when I was coming home, it was like the base of the mountain was covered in clouds, but you could see the top. So it just made me imagine what this place looked like as an ancient lake 12,000 or so years ago. And I just think about the vastness of humanity and how so much has happened. And these mountains have just been sitting here. And it gets really trippy. Just being outside and getting to witness the changing weather, at least where I am. It's so constantly in flux. And So yeah, that's really cool. And I'm just so happy that I get to have those little moments, even when I'm feeling really crummy and even when I'm feeling kind of sorry for myself. I get these little rewards every day. So that is pretty cool. And yeah, I just want to know though, if you're seeing what I'm seeing, which is just that it's like all of our standard division lines are being further fractured. So I just think that's an interesting pattern to pay attention to. And maybe that's always happened. Maybe it's just inevitable when people are so like mad and stir crazy and they do have so much power at their fingertips now. Because if you think about like back when you had to have a landline or use a payphone, like that was merely just to call somebody directly. Nowadays, like homeless people have phones, they don't have homes. So you think about all this nomadic lifestyle popping up, the tiny homes, the van life, and it seems really romantic. You know, I was into that. I thought that was really cool. But yeah, there's a huge cost to that. It's not an easy lifestyle. And I just feel so lucky that I get to have lived in the same place for quite a while now. And I've lived in some pretty good places, but I'm just really grateful where we are now. And I get offers on our house all the time, but I just think, well, where would I even go? Where would I want to go? So maybe one day that will occur to me. But yeah, I was just thinking about how when I was younger, I used to think I wanted to go all over the place, and I was fortunate to travel a fair bit. But even when I was like 18, I was really encouraged to work. So I did my best to work and travel a bit, but I've become such a kind of homebody, and I kind of love it. It's really satisfying, and I think I've wanted to prioritize where I lived over like career ambitions and things like that. But when I was younger, I thought I was going to be very ambitious. I just really lacked focus, honestly. And I had so many interests. So, yeah, I loved everything, but I couldn't do it all. I couldn't be on swim team and play water polo and be in band and choir and do well in academics. And I had a ton of friends that could do that. And then in college, I had a ton of friends that could party and do all that, and I just could not hang. I couldn't hold my liquor like them, and I couldn't show up to class on time the next day. So I've kind of burnt a lot of bridges from these social groups I used to roll with because, yeah, I was just like not into it. I was into my own thing. And I'm so glad. It's so funny. Like, I tried so many different professional type gigs. And the 3 of my very best friends from high school, they have pretty high paying jobs, you know? They worked really hard. And I'm now learning so much about so many things that I'm just like, I'm so glad I don't work for those companies. I mean, I'm definitely lucky where I'm at, but yeah, I almost feel bad for the people that have gone out of their way to have these really kind of important careers. Because I just honestly don't think most of them know what they're trying to serve. I think that where they stop is like they want to be comfortable. And I get that. I mean, especially if you didn't come from a place where you were so privileged, like you feel like you deserve what you've worked hard for. I understand that. But like, yeah, when you go into debt for your education, and then you go into debt for a really big house and for these fancy cars, and you know, I see so much fancy shit at the some of the places where I work, and I just think about how their Christmas display on the front porch is more extravagant. I mean, it's probably what I made in 6 months. It's probably like 10 grand worth of, you know, decorations. And it's like, I don't know. I'm just kind of baffled at what it is that people are working their little tails off for. Because yeah, there's still people freaking freezing outside every night. And yeah, I just wish we could do better in that regard and not make commodities out of kids and the homeless and not profit from people suffering, you know, not make medicines that actually make people sick. So, I don't know. Those are just some things that I'm hopeful for. That people can kind of come to these realizations in their own way and be like, oh yeah, maybe I don't need another freaking brand new car, you know. But of course, in the fall of an empire, you see this division of the class. You see the rich get richer. So yeah, sports cars are going to sell for the next few years. The people with money are going to be able to buy all their toys and do all their stuff. And, you know, the new era of serfdom will just be we're working for, you know, these different corporations and stuff, doing gigs. So while all that seems so terrible, I just figure we might as well enjoy what's around us right now. And we'll do our best to keep up with all this weird stuff that's going on. And I've never really been afraid of being the weirdo. Because a lot of times I win people over. And when I don't win people over and people really despise me, and yet they have to work with me for, 20 years for some reason, I will still help those people out, and I'll still be humble enough to do my best, to participate in a society that I would be proud of to hand off to my kids. So, yeah, I'm doing my best here, and just having the little bit of support that I do, it's huge. It means everything to me. So thank you again. And I'll probably come back in the weekend or next week because I'm not feeling too great. So I'm going to rest up. And yeah, good luck. We'll talk soon. Bye.